Hey everybody, welcome back to another reaction video. This one is Ricky Gervais on war, racism, and... what's that last part? Stephen Hawking. War, racism, and Stephen Hawking. It's kind of a mishmash, I guess. A mishmash? Mishmash. Be sure to like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, let's get into it. I have no idea what... I have a feeling his take's going to be anti-war. I have no idea what his take on Stephen Hawking is going to be, so let's get into it.
There's a little thing going on in a country called Iraq, which is not my favourite war. My favourite war is... oh, there's so many. They're good for different reasons.
Wasn't it Tim Dillon a couple weeks ago that said he's going to miss the Afghanistan war because it's his war, you know, he was born during it. And I guess I was too. I'm quite a few years younger than Tim, not by a mile, but yeah, it's my war too, I guess.
Falklands. That's probably the Falklands, because we won that.
That was Britain against somebody? South America somewhere? I can't remember.
One. And
I remember seeing it in
it was great. It was against Argentina.
Highly recommend, by the way, Argentina. So Great Britain and Argentina. Highly recommend The Crown on Netflix. Great show.
Yeah, weird. We're going to war with Argentina. All right, okay, fair enough. Yeah. But the reason it's my favourite war is that it was a range war. And what that means is the Argentine guns could fire 9 kilometres. The British guns could fire 17 kilometres. Oh. So we just parked our ships 10 kilometres away, and theirs were falling into the sea, and we were shelling the shit out of them. It's the war equivalent of holding a midget at arm's length. And he's flailing, and you're just kicking him in the bollocks like that.
Oh my gosh. It's like the equivalent of bow and arrow versus guns. It's like, that's not going to go well. We saw that happen.
Vietnam, best soundtrack.
Good point. Good point.
Second World War,
revival.
Best ending. That had to be the end. That was a great finale. You couldn't follow that, could you? People are worried about that. They go, oh, atomic energy. Oh, it's bad. The effects are still being felt today. But it ended a war, and that's good. And it was discovered by Einstein. And he's a genius. And in his 1903 paper, he said that light could be described as discrete bundles of energies that when irradiated onto an unstable... What maniac thinks like that? Really? I'm not a doctor, but I think that's what turned Stephen Hawking mad, too much thinking. Do you know what I mean? The universe is expanding. Of course it is, Stephen. Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Jeez. Take a day off, go for a walk. Not a walk, but I mean, just... no. Open a window, watch a bit of TV. Robot Wars is on. You love that, don't you? Greatest mind on the planet. People say, oh, we shouldn't have a go at Stephen Hawking. Oh, he's a genius. He's not a genius. He's pretentious.
I love how he grabbed the Foster's beer, that huge can. R.I.P. Stephen Hawking.
Born in Oxford and talks with that fake American accent. He is actually a hero of mine. Not my greatest hero. My greatest hero is Nelson Mandela. What a man, isn't he? He's an incredible man. Incarcerated for 25 years. He was released in 1990. He's been out about 18 years now. And he hasn't reoffended. I think he's going straight. Which shows you prison does work.
Isn't the reoffense rate like 90% or something like that? I think it's a high percentage. It's crazy high. Maybe it's higher for like violent criminals. But I have this number of 93 popping into my head. It's probably too high, but
I learnt a lot last year about one of your great American heroes, Rosa Parks. It was the 200-year celebration of the abolition of slavery in Britain last year. Mm-hmm. We were a bit ahead of you on that. But well done. Well done.
Not true. Not true. The first colony to, the first state to ban slavery altogether, I think was 30 years before Britain did it. So, how about that? Might not have been all of us, but it started.
But the abolition of slavery wasn't the end of racism. Racism was still inherent in society as late as the 50s and 60s in England and America. And it was this one incident that sparked off the civil rights movement. A young black woman called Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white person on a bus. It was the law, but she'd had enough. And she was arrested for that. But then that law was changed. But she didn't stop there. She started sitting in those seats meant for disabled people. She talked to the driver when the bus was in motion.
Unbelievable.
Did she have the correct change ready? Did she, bollocks? Oh, some people. Cheers.
That was an interesting take on that. That's funny. He took a really serious issue and then just expanded on it and made her like from this great hero into like a terrible person. That was incredible. That was funny. Was it the Falcon Wars or the Balkan Wars? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, you don't really hear much about that in the U.S. So that's kind of interesting to hear a little bit about that, like range war and how Great Britain's armaments were so much better than Argentina's. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. That was funny. He always has a good spin on things and good way to take it. Like he takes a hero like Rosa Parks or like, a genius like Stephen Hawking and then just takes it to an extreme level where they turn out to be like awful. Figuratively. Oh my God. That's funny. If you like the video, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. There'll be more content like this coming. If you have a recommendation, leave it down in the comments below. I will get to it. I have quite the list right now, so I'm kind of burning through it. But thank you for that, and I'll see you next one.